Hi, my name is Marty Rogers, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. I have a lot of experiences that have shaped the way I am, um, but I feel like the most important part of me is how much love and respect I have, not only for my family, but for even just random strangers. I feel like that's the way people should be to other people. We should care about others and do what we can for them anytime we can. Whenever I was a child, my mom and dad were divorced. The one thing, though, they always made sure of was that my sister and I were still able to see both of them. They made sure that we were taken care of. The one thing that was really impressed upon me how this caring about other people goes is my father, even though my mom and dad were divorced, made sure that he took care of her also, even though they were no longer together. Whenever I had other siblings come along that were hers and my stepfather's biological children, then my dad treated them exactly the same as he did me and my sister. And that says a lot about a person, is how you treat people. I try to teach my children the same thing. One way, one thing that I remember years ago when my 14-year-old was very young, we were driving around in Severna Park and we went through this circle and there was a gentleman working there. And he was out on the road working. He was alone. We didn't see any vehicles inside. We went around the vehicle, around the loop, and we went back up to one of the fast food joints around the place, and we got him some breakfast sandwiches, and we got him a large hot chocolate and took to him. And my son asked me, he's like, Mom, why are we taking something to somebody that we don't even know? And I told him, well, it's, he's out there alone, he's working, it's cold, and I'm sure that he could use just a little bit of kindness from someone. And he was very excited by the fact that we thought enough to stop and bring him something. And not only we went out of our way to go get it, so he was very excited about that. Later, whenever, I was so impressed, that my son got what it meant to stop and just do something nice for someone. A few years later, my son and I were in a shopping center and we saw a gentleman who had a work for food sign. We went down, got him something to eat, brought it back, and my son took it over for him. And then he says, wait a minute, Mom, hang on. He opens up his lunchbox and he got out his fruit that he had in his lunchbox. He got out a sandwich and chips and a bag of something else. And he says, give me just a minute. And he ran over and gave him all of the food that was in his lunchbox as well. He's like, he may need this for later. And, that just shows that he is getting the message, and things like that is how we should be doing. As I got older and got married for the second time, so this husband he and I are now in the process of a divorce, and he's the same way. He feels the same as I do. He makes sure, just like my father did and my parents before me, we make sure that our children are what, they get anything they need. We are there for them. They don't have to worry about not seeing one of us. We do that. He takes care of me. I take care of him, the things he needs, and we support each other. And we're really great friends. And we've just taught our children that it's that's the way things should be. You support each other, you support your friends, you support your community, and that's the way it is. My first husband told me that I couldn't change the world, that I needed to stop some because I couldn't change everybody in the world. And I told him that he's right. I probably couldn't change the world, but the one thing I could do is change my little space, my corner of the world that I'm in. Thank you.